Dear friends of the Neo-European art and culture, this is Ingo from About Africa and the rest of the world, and today I'm standing in front of the auction house Zemanek-Münster here in Würzburg. The reason for this, of course, is that on November the 6th, 2021, they will have a new auction. So let's have a look inside, and this time they have not paid my train ticket, so I will be very, very critical. And let's start with a view in the first floor, and with, I would say, some of the absolute highlights of this auction, and these are the Cameron objects. And yeah, Cameron is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine, absolute. And to be honest, I really love this mask here in the middle. It little looks like a skull. It's I guess the Bamileke, and it's absolute strong, and I think it was in the museum for primitive art. In early times you could say that it's primitive art. Of course you can't say it now, but it's a fantastic mark even, and the used one is the old one. If you see the patina inside, now maybe you can see it. Was for me one of the two pieces I would like to have if I would have 5,400 euros, which I have not. Here the Buffon mask, which is strong as well, and you see the wood, and you see the carving of the wood, and wow. Yeah, maybe sometimes I say a little too often, wow, oh, fantastic, but there are more than 300 pieces, and I do say maybe 20 times that they are great pieces. That means from about 300, I don't say that they are great pieces. That they are good as well, but they are not perfect for me. This, once again, is perfect for me. This is an old post from Cameroon, and look at the sculptures and how it is carved. I guess it might be from 1900, and I think it wants to have 40,000 euro for it, which is a lot of money. And it's Cameroon. It's not up to date at the moment. You can get a lot of cheap pieces by Pierre Harter. A friend of mine has got some of them, even the exporter for this. But this is a fantastic post, and 40,000. I wouldn't say that it's too much money. I think it was offered in 1989 from Sotheby's or Christie. I think it was Christie's. Yeah, here's some stuff. Now let's come to other things. I love the South African things a lot, and the spoons and the shapes and the forms, and but the Cameroon objects are really astonishing. Yeah, what we have next here, let's say, will not comment. You see, this time I was a little slower with my camera. It would be great if you write some comments, whether it's too slow or still too fast or whatever. Let's see what the analytics will say. This is a Thermo, a very interesting Thermo. It's a great one, but I know one which is still better, which looks a little similar to them. And the other one is published in the Mac Felix book in Manahiti. This one is Jan, and I can see the other one each day when I am at home. But this is a good one too. And the Sigua is great. Once again, it's a great thing. And I think, isn't it, Jan? Look at the shape. It's much better here than in real life than it's in the catalogue. There are some objects which are better in real life than in the catalogue. And Sigua was good, and Sarah as well. And of course, typical Senofu thing that you can do with the hands and all these things. This is Mama, I think ex-Adrian-Schlag for 5,000. It's an absolute powerful figure with a fantastic face. As I say, this thing has a lift. But very simple, very expressive. I would say it's German taste. Little looks like a Moba maybe, but it's not Moba, it's a Mama from Nigeria. If it would be small, things it would be like a Losso. This, but at the moment we had expressive objects. This one is a very fine one carved. I mean the right one. This is the master of the double lips from Biombe. If you have it in your hands, you don't see that it was used. You can't feel that it was used, but it was used. And this is the special wood. For me, it even looks a little like a colon. But I think it's very typical, the style from the Yomba, from this master double lips. If you need a nice thing, this would be my favorite nice things. And here, once again, it's, this. Buy one and get one for free. Still, now we have this side. This mask is much better, even much better It's a Puno in the real life, then in the catalog, and left is a Togo. And this one in the middle is from the Barres collection, several times published. It was published once time. Ex Neumeister. Left is Bemba, and right is a Ituri, which is published in a book by Mark Felix. So they are published stars. And yeah, this Cameron object, this Fang Cameron, typical Fang Cameron, I saw it the first time when I was in the depot of the Dorotheum, I think 10 years ago maybe. And Evan Meichert, greetings to Evan Meichert, has showed it to me. It's a good one. I think they just want to have now 35,000, which I guess is okay. But you know that the market does prefer the Fang from Gabon and not these German Fangs. You know, the Germans have been in Cameroon and they've collected a lot of these objects. And yeah, this is it's a banana mask, and the mouth is a little strange, but not bad. It's strange. It's interesting. And some more things, and whatever, guru and Baolé. I saw too many gurus, Baolés and whatever. So it's not the where say, yeah. This is much better. This is Ibibu. You know, this maybe it's such a, like a sickness mask. You know, different things from the Pende, you know, the Picasso mask. But this is Ibibu. That one too. And this is interesting too. Yeah, what can I say? And the left one is from Guinea or whatever, or Sierra Leone. And once again, this, if you can see it now, you cannot see it now, it looks better in real life than it does in the catalog. And see a little child there. Hey, there on the right side. Yeah, Luba stuff, typical Luba stuff. You know, this black wood with a white background, but so I have to go near, so you know you can see it, and you can see the signs a little better. But white walls are not easy. And this maybe is the second, which I would like to have. It's an absolute crazy ceramic vessel from the Sinufu. If you would show this to me, I would say, no, this can't be true. But it is true. There are some in the literature, and this was already, I think, exhibited 1963 or whatever. It cost 9,500. Yeah, this is something. Hensler said, Ingo, Mr. Barlovic, this is something for you, because this is your strange taste. I don't know whether it was a compliment from him. Yeah, on the left is for 50,000. It's a large Bemba, which is very rare. I think David is really exhausted about it. It likes it a lot of David Zemanek, and it is a good object. It's a thing. Let's see whether he makes 50,000 or more or less or whatever, but it's a very rare one. And here, yeah, some Bember. Yes, more objects, more things. Once again, I don't have to comment everything from Nigeria. And here's a small Zonga, of course. Yeah. This is for the head of the woman from the Herero. And to be honest, I, as a German, I will not buy it. I would not buy it because we had such a bloody history, or better to say a blood history, with the Herero. So I think it's a little, yeah, strange to buy Herero things, but okay. Yeah, it was 100 years ago, but Germans and Hereros, it's not so easy. Yeah, and some more masks, you know. Yeah, good masks, okay masks, great masks. They're not so expensive, so you can buy everything. Yeah, and here's a nice looking Sinufu. Isn't she charming? She's even smiling. Yes, she's smiling. And the small baby with a round head. Yeah, okay. Sinufu with a round head, and this is Baka. It's not so bad, not at all. Baka has a good shape. And yeah, the more things, Kuyo. Once again, this is always the side where you can find some objects, but which is for me, once again, it's not an ecstasy site. It's not where you say, whoa, this is our, I always have to, where I'm looking for years and years. This one in the middle is, I think, it's been published in the Mark Felix book. It's a very iconic object for this type and for this people in the Congo. And let's see, Next, some spoons. The large one is very, very cheap. It's powerful, but it's not so elegant. You know, the collector wants to have elegant spoons, of course, not from the Dan and not the power ones, the powerful ones. And yeah, it's a long video, and Harry Polly's website here. Okay. And Baulés, you know, Baulés, I think really the prices, they went cheaper. The big ones, the perfect ones, are really expensive. But think like this, I think you had to pay some euros more some years ago, and this has changed. It's interesting here that the calabash is carved in a hole with a figure. The figure and the calabash was carved. It's not different, not separated pieces, not separate objects. And yeah, now it's experimental filming. Now it was with a gimbal and the smartphone inside the showcase. And no, I couldn't show more. They stopped. So these are old spoons from 1930s and the good spoons again. And now I wanted to show you the face, but on the right one, but it was not. It was reflecting. Here you have the ivory section. Yeah, you know the problems with ivory, especially if you want to sell it in America, even if it's old ivory. And I promise there isn't very, very, very old ivory. See it on the left, this crocodile, whatever, it's a spoon, a fork or whatever. This is a tourist work from the 16th or 17th century. This is this famous Afro-Portuguese ivory. It's a very nice object, not expensive. And yeah, here's an old Maconde helmet mask. I think it was I guess it was collected in the 20s or 30s or whatever. And a Mendy, some ivory, yes. This is always an site where, no, this is some things are interesting. Here, this, you know, the spoon with the hands, it's from Adrian Schlag. I saw it at Adrian Schlag booth at Parcours this year. And here is a Yoruba from, I think, Ex-Stoll, or it was published in the Stoll book, and some more Yoruba, and Yoruba. I think they're always collected for Yoruba in Germany and in the world and in America. So it makes sense that they are here, and more Yoruba, of course. And let's see now, yes, in the middle of the room with the Songa, I think they now try to sell it for 25,000, which is okay. I think it was at Sotheby's some years ago, 10 or 20 years ago. It was not sold for 40 or 50,000. Now it has 1,000, but it's very strong one. So, and here's a Barger, once again, I think 35,000, 25,000. It seems to be an authentic one. There are not so many authentic ones, but this seems to be an authentic one. So this was the, yeah, and in the background you have some, you see it here, some drums and some other objects, for example. Here are you, this is still the Barger, other objects from Kuma. So this was the first part of the auction, and I will soon upload the second part, and it would be really great if you subscribe the channel to get information about the first part, for the next part. See you.